How you going, guys? Ray here from WrestleChats. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm doing my Raw review from the 9th of June. I apologise if I sound a bit hoarse, guys. I have had a few sick days as of late, but I'll try to put a good review together for you guys. So the 9th of June, let's kick it off. I did really like this Raw. The main reason why I liked this Raw was because I believed that there was a good mix of just wrestling compared to video packages, compared to backstage segments. I liked it that they didn't dominate in one department. Some weeks we just get too many backstage segments and not enough wrestling. But the wrestling that we did get this week was absolutely phenomenal, absolutely crazy. So let's get into it. So the show started off with John Cena himself, the GOAT, coming down to the ring in his usual entrance that he usually does. He then comes into the ring and says, "You guys moaned and cried that much that R-Truth came back. Don't act like your voice is a part of this. Don't act like you did anything at all. Truth was just out and then he came back." Guys, I believed that John Cena was trying to feed into the crowd, not making such a big noise, and feed into the crowd. It's like your opinions don't matter when it comes to this wrestling type thing. He's basically saying, I'm still the greatest that you've ever gotten. You've thrown some of your best at me. You've thrown Cody at me. You've thrown Randy at me. And I've beaten them all down. You can't throw anyone else better at me because I still beat down absolutely your best that you keep throwing. Bang. CM Punk's music's hit. It was awesome. Like, it's just perfect timing by CM Punk to then come out after Cena's gone, "You've given me your best. You can't give me anyone better." CM Punk then comes down to the ring. As CM Punk comes down to the ring, he looks very serious. He always looks pissed off, which is a weird thing because we know the background between CM Punk and John Cena, and then CM Punk comes down to the ring pissed off. CM Punk basically says, like, "What are you doing? You sold out. You've become corrupt now that this belt has corrupted you." And he said, "I know what it does to you because I once did have this belt as well." He said, "If you're any much of a man as what you used to be, you go up against me, and you go up against me tonight and put the Undisputed on the line." Cena then just said, "I will go up against you." And the crowd went wild, but said, "Not tonight. We're going to have to wait till Crown Jewel." Guys, that is going to be an incredible match. And I'm hoping we just don't get the one match. I'm hoping we get multiple matches. The reason why I like this is, and Sharpy can fill you in on this, there's so much background between John Cena and CM Punk. I really do hope that they bring out a lot of vintage stuff that they used to do against each other or with each other to then bring it back, because we know that this is Cena's last run. He still has much more dates left on his calendar, so I do not believe that this will be the time that John Cena does turn face or a good guy again. I still believe that John Cena is going to do this heel run all the way up until the end of the year, and I'm all for it. I love what Cena's doing. I love the heel turn. I love just the blank face. It almost looks like he's like mad and upset all the time. I love everything that John Cena's doing about this. And CM Punk has timed it perfectly to be the perfect good guy to come along and say, "I'm going to beat you down and take that championship from you." Even when he said it, he did push the championship a little bit too. The whole crowd was, "Oh," and went on the edge. Loved it, guys. I thought it was the best thing ever. Something that did confuse me a little bit, right at the very end of that segment, which was great, Seth Rollins' music hits. Seth Rollins comes out. He's got the wise man standing next to him who's holding onto the briefcase. He's got Breaker. He's got Bronson. Seth Rollins then takes the briefcase off of Paul Heyman, looks into the camera, does his usual Seth Rollins laugh, holding onto the briefcase, and that's it. That's where it cuts away. And then goes to another segment, or then it goes to another video package of who we're getting for the four-way championships, or for the four-way tournament, I should say, when it comes to King of the Ring. Guys, the lineup of the four ways that are going to go into these matches are absolutely incredible. Not including the ones that we got tonight, but just the more that are going to be in the future. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, the one match that is quite interesting to me is there's still one more person to be announced. And that one more person to be announced is going up against some big, meaty men in there. So I'm hoping that this person is quite a larger-than-life character. Just throwing a name out there really quickly, going up against some of the bigger athletes or more of the bigger guys that's on the roster. I'm hoping someone like Obafemi then steps up. Obafemi, to me, would just be the perfect example of just being a huge, big, meaty man to get into the ring and just throw around some serious muscle. And to see him pick up someone like Bronson Reed would just be an absolute fantastic thing to see. I would love to see Obafemi boost up Bronson Reed and powerbomb him down to then win and get a spot in the King of the Ring tournament, or even win the championship. Not win it, he's already got a championship. Maybe get close to it. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little bit excited, as always, when I usually do. Now moving on. So then we got a match. Then we got Chad Gable versus AJ Styles. We all knew that this was going to be an absolute banger of a match as soon as these two names got announced. Chad Gable then comes out to the ring, cuts a small promo. In all honesty, when these types of things happen, I just think they're unnecessary. You know what he's going to say. He's going to come out, mention his mate, Americano, what a good job that he did. He's then going to come out and say, I got tested to my limits when it came to AAA. If you guys haven't seen that match, it's the main event on AAA. You have to go back and watch it from the weekend because it was incredible. Chad Gable, as always, just showing us how good of a competitor and how good of a superstar that he is. You have to go back and you have to see this, guys. It was so, so good. Once he's finished up that promo, AJ Styles then comes out to the ring. Once again, I didn't really understand why the promo was there. I think there's a lot of times where they just give you the microphone, say what you need to say for a little while. Even though it doesn't mean anything, there's more time that could be put into the show somewhere else. Moving on to the match. Absolute fantastic match. A little bit slow at the start. In my opinion, it was a little bit slow, with a lot of Gable dominating on the very, very forefront, or the very, very start of the match. Great back and forth. You can tell that these guys work very, very well and very, very smooth to each other. There was never any real stop and stagnant type of moments where it's like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, no, I'll run against the ropes. So that, to me, type of thing is if you can flow with someone else that's a superstar, that just shows how good you are. We have seen it in the last couple of weeks, especially with newcomers. It's very stop-start. Oh, I'll throw a kick. Oh, no, don't. I'll throw you into the ropes. It shows how much of a true professional that you are if you can keep things smooth and safe. All right, guys, moving on to something that looked a little bit unsafe. Chad Gable at one stage there did do a German suplex to AJ Styles. AJ Styles then takes the flip and lands basically nearly on his neck. It was a really nasty looking fall. AJ obviously wasn't hurt. He can get up. But just from AJ doing his knee and all the other injuries that he has as of late, I'm a big fan of AJ Styles, and I know you guys are too. We definitely want to keep him as safe and in his best shape as he possibly can be. So when I see awkward landings like that, I'm always like, AJ, you put on a lot of muscle, mate. You can't move as well as what you used to. So please just slow down a little bit in what you're doing. Don't take anything away from the match just because that happened. The superstars and the athletes that they are got up and still kept going on. It was an awesome, awesome match as it kept flowing. The best thing that I liked about it is that Gable came along and pulled AJ Styles' feet off of the top rope and then brought him back down and still held onto his leg into an ankle lock. Now, we've all seen when AJ tries to jump up on the top rope, he can often slip and really sell it quite well. He'll either fall forwards and whip his head back and it looks like he's got bad whiplash, or you see someone just push on the ropes and he just falls into the ring. In this instance, Gable actually comes up and grabs his ankle and then throws him down into the ring and still holds onto his ankle to then pick him up into the ankle lock. Fantastic. A move that was just mastered by Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle obviously being one of Chad Gable's, I would say, heroes. Very, very, very similar in their styles and very, very similar also what I noticed today in their microphone work too, which is quite weird to me, but also at the same time, I do love it because I do believe that Chad Gable is basically a Kurt Angle 2.0, if that's what you want to put it up to. I did like a few lock-up reversals that was going on, and then finally into the Styles clash. So it was an ankle lock into then another reversal, back into an ankle lock again, to eventually AJ Styles flip him up, hold him up into the ankles, and bang, put him down for AJ Styles to then get the 1, 2, 3. Fantastic match. Absolutely awesome match. Loved everything about it. The Creed brothers didn't get involved too much in it. I love the Creed brothers too. They're only going to get better. Great match. Awesome way to start it off. Once again, the promo at the start wasn't that good. Still a very, very good, clean match from both the boys. All right, now going to a backstage segment. We then did see Roxanne Perez then walk up to Liv Morgan. Considering they're in the same match scale, a fatal four-way, Roxanne Perez says, listen, we can team up together. We can do the best that we can to try to win this tonight for both of us because we're both in it. Liv Morgan then pushes her off and says, I don't need any help, and then goes out there. Guys, Liv Morgan is just absolutely incredible. In this match, she shows how good she is, but this isn't the only instance where she shows how good she is. Anyway, moving on to the match. So a fatal four-way match between Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Kairi Sane, if I said that correctly, I apologize, and our girl Rhea Ripley, Mami herself. Fantastic match. So the start of the match, Mami did dominate quite a bit. You can see how much of a powerhouse Mami is when she goes up against these shorter, smaller girls. Dominating from the word go, absolutely fantastic. Mami making things smooth and clean. A couple of small reversals in there. She gets straight back up again to powerhouse and bring it back down again. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic from her. The double power bomb by Mami at one stage there, I believe, or what I can see is that she holds these girls for quite some time. Then one of the girls does get a bit off balance and brings them straight down. Brings them down safe. Once again, guys, if these guys are pros, they're meant to make sure that everything is safe and everything they do is safe. Mami is one of the safest wrestlers, female wrestlers, in the ring. She pulls it off absolutely fantastic. Cannot say anything better about our girl from South Australia, Rhea Ripley. Absolutely fantastic. Another thing that I did like during the match there is when Kyo Sky does come off of the outside and jumps onto someone on the outside too. And that person is the elbow drop onto Liv. Thank you very much. The elbow drop onto Liv. Liv catches her quite well, so there's no real bad things there. Just a really good elbow drop that she's got. I love it how she like throws her legs up. She really did stand out to me. We did lose her for a couple of months. Didn't really remember or didn't mention her much on the show. So now that she's come out in the last couple of weeks, she definitely is showing out of how good that she is. And I'm happy to say that I love seeing her come back. I love that elbow drop, but I'm just going to throw this out there. I'd love to see that elbow drop from like the top of a cage. Or I'd love to see that elbow drop maybe from the top of an elimination chamber at some stage there too. How she kicks her feet up at the last minute and drops that elbow. Fantastic, guys. It's like one elbow drop of its kind. Like it's a ground setter. It's basically like a Randy Savage elbow drop, but in its own form of like how good and how iconic that it actually is. Fantastic, guys. It's awesome. So who to finish up the match and sneak up and get that win? That's right, Roxanne Perez. Guys, she snuck up at the last moment to then pin, and then now she's in the King of the Ring tournament. I'm not going to say that I would hate to see this girl with the crown on her head, but I'm not going to say that I love to see this at the same time. I think Roxanne Perez has got a very, very long time before she actually comes into her full, I'm going to say character, and into her full, like, dominating self. So what she's going to do right now in the next couple of years, I'm very excited to see. I am a big Roxanne Perez fan. Whether you like it or not, you're a big Roxanne Perez fan too. But I can easily say that I'm already looking forward to her distancing herself from the Judgment Day and distancing herself from Dominic Mysterio. Dom, mate, we absolutely love you. We want you to go down your own path and get away from Liv and get away from the Judgment Day and get away from all this other type of stuff too. Just not that needed. Just doesn't really need to be there. Do your own thing, mate. We absolutely love you. Okay, now that the match is finished, there was a video package of Jey Uso and Gunther to get put together. Guys, I just want to say this. Ever since WrestleMania, which was a good match between Jey Uso and Gunther, I was very, very happy to see them move on and not go up against each other. Gunther, for some reason, just couldn't let it go and wanted the belt around his waist a lot more. Gunther, I believe, got a little bit lost without a belt for a while there. Like, even though he's the ring general and he dominates in the ring, and to me, he's almost like a boss type of figure. Like, if you want to create your name or really, really set your name, say for someone like, I don't know, Grayson Waller, if you go up against like someone like Gunther and if Grayson Waller won, wow, that'd be a huge thing for Grayson Waller's name. But Gunther right now in the moment kind of got a little bit lost. I do understand why he had the Pat McAfee match, but at the same time, I just don't think someone like Gunther really fit into that. You could get someone else who's a big powerhouse that maybe could have come along and done the same thing. Someone like, I don't know, Drew McIntyre, someone like that really could have stepped in there and would have made a little bit more sense. The ring general, to me, kind of got lost in that mix a little bit. But once again, that's just my opinion. So the video package was great, as WWE always put on together. But once again, I was just more than happy to not see that come together and not be there too. All good, guys. Let's move on to the next one if we want to. All right, guys. So then we had a backstage segment between Nikki Bella, because Nikki Bella comes back, and does a small backstage segment where she's talking to Naomi, and when she's talking to, why does that name escape me right now? Once again, guys, I'm just going to sort of breeze over this. I don't think this was really needed. Like, they put a video package together for Nikki Bella. She's come out. She's done a backstage segment. I just don't think it was really needed. I don't know why it was put together right there. You're already going to come out to the ring and say something. You don't need a backstage segment. Like, this is where other people that aren't in the show but are still on the Raw roster, just give them like a 20-segment backstage segment so then they can still be relevant and they can still be shown. You're already going to go out to the ring soon, Nikki Bella. We don't need to see you in a backstage segment. To me, a little bit silly. And then Becky Lynch comes out to the ring, the new Intercontinental Champion, and then cuts a promo saying that she got really upset because she didn't get her hand raised properly, and she felt like she got her arm or her shoulder broken. Or guys, I never hold back from my opinion when it comes to Becky Lynch and putting the microphone in her hand. Don't do it. I don't want Becky Lynch to have a microphone in her hand anymore. Just the way that she's going about this, I don't like it. Calm down, stop yelling, just try to figure something out, like a different direction of what you're doing on the mic. Anyway, as it comes to later on, Becky's nearly wrapped up her promo. Who do we see come out to the ring? Bayley. Bayley sneaks up behind her and knocks her down. We do know that Becky Lynch did take out Bayley when it came to the WrestleMania match. So Bayley did not get a championship opportunity due to Becky Lynch. So Bayley's now come back rocking the purple hair, which I do love. I absolutely love, and beat her down. Bayley's looking, excuse me guys, as fit as ever. I'm really looking forward to seeing a Becky Lynch and Bayley match for the Intercontinental Championship, because I'd love to see that strap around Bayley's waist. Becky, you've done heaps for the industry. You've done so much. Becky 2 Belts was one of my favorite segments that you ever did. But I'm going to say this right now, and yes, I'm a very big hater. Becky, you've done what you need to do. Have this match, lose the belt, and please fade off into the background. Yeah, you've done what you need to do, Becky. Thank you very much. You've done it done. All right, guys, now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after this is finished up, on the announce table, someone stands up on the announce table dressed in all black, pulls back their black hood and takes off their black beanie or balaclava. Once again, bang, R-Man, R-Truth. So good to see R-Truth come back. R-Truth basically comes out and says, thank you so much, everybody, for supporting me, getting behind me. Your voice did mean something, and that's why they brought me back. The total opposite of what John Cena was saying earlier on in the night. So R-Truth was saying, what you guys said brought me back. But if they don't want the truth, if they can't handle the truth, then I'm going to do something. R-Truth then takes a pair of scissors out of his pocket. R-Truth has got dreadlocks, almost quite thin braids. They're very long. Everybody knows him for him. He then picks up the braids and then cuts them straight off. 3 cuts, takes off his big clumps of braids. Guys, this is a huge change when it comes to R-Truth, because we've also known him as being like a very comedic role, a very happy type of guy. I mean, I believe he's still the 24/7 champion of what he's doing. He's always been there, makes everybody laugh. Now he's turned back into, or has turned into, Ron Killings. This man, Ron Killings, looks like he's very serious, and he's only going to go out there and maybe cause destruction or cause chaos in some type of way. Do I think there's going to be a heel turn there? I do not. Not from Ron Killings or R-Truth, whatever you want to call him. I'm ready to ride this wave that they're going to take us down for Ron Killings. But at the present moment, I do not think that you need to do a heel turn. Just come out there, have some really good, clean matches, but lose the whole John Cena gimmick. Lose the whole coming out and rapping to the ring. Change your music, change your attire a little bit. Go out there, mean business, finish up doing what you're doing, turn around, go straight to the back again. Give yourself a little bit more time. Don't rush what they're doing with Ron right now at the moment. Don't make him a heel. Don't make him a crazy babyface. Go out there, good, clean matches, and then just see where that evolves to. See what people want to take from R-Truth or Ron Killings for the time being. Don't shove anything down our throats, because if you shove it down our throats, the WWE Universe are just not going to like it. So it's a bit silly, guys, but I am very willing to see what road that they're going to take us down. All right, moving on to the Fatal 4-Way match. The Fatal 4-Way, which is just an absolute banger of a match. Coming out in this Fatal 4-Way match, we've got Penta, a superstar. Dominic Mysterio, the Intercontinental Champion, a superstar. Bron Breakker, a superstar in his own, and my boy, and Sami Zayn, just a man that's just smashed goals throughout his whole career. WrestleMania main evented it, won the Undisputed Tag Team Championships off of the Usos. Absolutely fantastic, guys. This was going to be a banger of a match from the word go. Before the names even, before they even started, before they even tied up, before they even did anything like that, was absolutely crazy. We see Dominic Mysterio get out of the ring. Seconds later, we see Penta come along, jump the top rope, and fall on Dominic Mysterio. This is how the match started, so we always knew it was going to be absolutely amazing from the word go. Domination from Bron Breakker, as per usual. They're definitely pushing this young kid, even though he's not a kid, they're definitely pushing this young fella to just be a very dominant, very muscle-bound, very aggressive type of guy that he's going to get into the ring and just slay you down and smash you down. And I love it. Huge Bron Breakker fan. I love that they're still going in this direction with this guy. And I love it that he just mows people down. You can get into the corner and try to start beating down on Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker will then just pick you up, run you over to the other corner, smash you in the other corner, a couple of shoulder blasts, stand up, a couple of hits, and then throw you down on the ground. That's what his character should be like. He should be a very dominating, very forceful, very strong character that you can't beat into for too long before he gets up and smashes you down. I love it. I absolutely love it. The one spot that I did love that was on the outside of the ring, I just thought that it tied in really well. Sami Zayn then does a flip to the outside to take out Bron Breakker. Then after Sami's done that, then Penta comes along and then takes out Sami Zayn. After that's happened, then Dominic Mysterio comes along. Dominic Mysterio then takes out Penta. Then after that's happened, Bron Breakker comes along. Bron Breakker then takes out Dominic Mysterio. It's a wicked sort of set that happened one after another on the outside of the ring. Absolutely loved it. We thought that was it. We thought the match was over, and out of nowhere, LA Knight comes out and then bang, takes down Bron Breakker. We got to remember that LA Knight got taken out in the Money in the Bank match only on the weekend due to Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. So I love that LA Knight has come out and beat down on Bron Breakker. Do I want to see a LA Knight match versus Bron Breakker? Oh, hell yes, I want to see that match. That's going to be an absolutely fantastic match, and I can't wait for it, and I'm hoping that it is for next week, or I don't know, SmackDown or another event that's coming up. I want to see that feud, if not that feud, just that individual match. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Bring it on, WWE. So to get the win at the end of the match there was Sami Zayn. I love that Sami Zayn got this. I do hope that Sami Zayn does win King of the Ring, or if not, get up to the final two in the very, very last match. Sami Zayn has fallen a little bit flat over the last couple of months, but is still a superstar in his own. If you're not going to use Sami Zayn properly, make Sami Zayn disappear for a couple of months. Then one young fella comes out to the ring, starts running his mouth a little bit. No one's going to do it better than me. No one's going to main event anything better than me. No one can stand up to me or keep getting beaten down and get up just as good as I do. Bang, Sami Zayn music hits. It just gives me goosebumps thinking about how well Sami Zayn can do something like that. All right, guys, then we go back to a video package after that. Sorry. Jumped ahead a little bit there. So then we go back to a backstage segment. After the backstage segment, we see AJ Styles there getting interviewed. AJ Styles is pretty much just pissed off. He said, why would Paul Heyman come out and say what he said last week? I've still got some issues with the Judgment Day. You know what? Bugger this. I'm going to go sort it out right now. And then walks off. As he walks off, I just think to myself, AJ Styles might be getting a little bit more screen time, might be getting a little bit more backstage segment time. I love it. I'm all willing to rock along with what AJ Styles is doing and go down that road because he is a megastar. He is a superstar. He has won the title before, so he has been a world champion, and I believe he's got one more, if not two more great little runs in him. Puts on phenomenal matches, no pun intended, puts on phenomenal matches every single time. AJ Styles, we love you, brother. Please don't get injured. Keep doing what you're doing. Just maybe hold back on the flips a little bit more, mate. You have put on a fair bit of weight. In honestly the same interview as AJ Styles walks off, the interviewer then walks up to, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the New Day or the Boo Day to have a little bit of a backstage segment. The backstage segment, incredible. What the Boo Day are doing nowadays on the mic is absolutely fantastic. How well they have had this heel turn work for them is just great. Absolutely great. I love it that they're trying to avoid getting into more and more matches and they're just saying something like, we want the top team to go up against us. We don't want no other like makeshift teams. We don't want no amateur teams. We only want the best of the best. And you can see and you can hear that they're clearly just trying to avoid getting in any title matches. Love it. Absolutely love it, guys. Boo Day or the New Day, whatever. Keep doing what you're doing. Xavier Woods, you're only getting better. I like that Kofi Kingston is maybe fading off into the background just that little bit behind Xavier Woods. And I love that too, Kofi Kingston being much so more of a veteran. All right, guys, now moving on to the video package. I jumped ahead a little bit there. We now see that Asuka is returning and is going to be in a match for King of the Ring, or Queen of the Ring, if you will. Love it. Huge fan of Asuka. Everybody is as well. Fantastic, Asuka. We cannot wait. All right, now all of a sudden, we see Nikki Bella come out to the ring. Nikki Bella then comes out to the ring, says, hey guys, I love this hometown. This is so good to be back. I'm back home again. This is fantastic. If you guys don't already know, there's going to be an Evolution, which is a all-females main event that's going to be coming up soon. With the new superstars that are coming out, with the old superstars that are here, I'm so excited for it. It's going to be fantastic. Then all of a sudden, she gets interrupted by Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan comes down to the ring in a very pissed off mood. I love it. She sets the whole tone for this. I kind of felt like Nikki Bella was a little bit too laid back and didn't have a lot of excitement to her. Liv then comes out, gets pissed off. These guys have some pretty hardcore shots back and forth at each other. For then Nikki Bella to almost get out of the ring, and then out of the at the last minute, Liv then calls her out and sort of says like, "Hey, you know, you're gonna bring nothing to it. You're just a wash up." As she tries to get back into the ring again, Liv then just goes along, grabs her, and hits the Oblivion on her. I'm gonna give props. Nikki did sell it really, really well. Liv's just fantastic at pulling off stuff for herself and made it look absolutely great. Excuse me, guys. All right, now going into the main event. The main event, Gunther versus Jey Uso. Wow. Bloody well, wow. Guys, what a great match. What an absolutely fantastic match. As the match went on more and more and more, wasn't a boring match, was glued to the screen the whole time. It's quite obvious that you can see pretty early on in the match that Jey Uso is still quite injured from his tag team match earlier on in the weekend that he had. Then after you see the match goes on, Gunther rips off his shirt and we can clearly see that Jey Uso's ribs are all taped up. Even as it's taped up, Gunther rips off the actual tape that was on his ribs as well. Really showing that evil, conniving side to Gunther, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. The ring general then just like beats down on Gunther something chronic, picks him up for a spear, slams him down a couple of times. A lot of back and forth going between these two guys. Whether you like it or not, these guys work really, really well together. Jey Uso always looking like $1 million all the time. Gunther coming in and really showing that he is the ring general and how good he is in the ring too. Guys, absolutely love this. I am going to say right now, this match was that good that this is the match that we should have had at WrestleMania. Why the hell didn't we have this type of match at WrestleMania? This was such a better match than what we got at WrestleMania. I don't know, maybe it was the nerves at WrestleMania. I don't know, maybe it was the first match of the night at WrestleMania. But this to me was just so much more fluent, so much more better, so much more thought out, so much more back and forth of what we had at WrestleMania. It's just, compared to something at WrestleMania, which is the main stage, to just like the match that was on Raw, it's just two total opposite ends of where they actually were. I wish we could have had this match. Now, guys, as the match went on and how bloody good it was, to tie up the match in the end of the night, a couple of reversals, Jey goes for the sleeper, Gunther gets out of her, Gunther then hits the powerbomb at some stage, Gunther then goes for the sleeper, it gets reversed out of, Jey then goes for the sleeper, it gets reversed out of, for Gunther to then come along, smash a couple of side elbows or biceps into Jey's head and ties him up for the sleeper. The thing that I loved about this the best, that you can clearly see on Jey's face that he's fading. You can clearly see the suspense that they want us to put us through. You can clearly see that Jey is just knackered after the weeks and the weeks and the months that this man has put in for us. Excuse me, that this man has put in for us. It's now taking its toll on Jey Uso, and it's so obvious to see. Love this match. Hated to see the way that he faded out, Jey Uso faded out, and then eventually passed out after the sleeper hold. Gunther is now our new Raw champion again, the world title champion. Loved it. Didn't hate any part of it. Loved the whole match. The way that Gunther won, which is absolutely perfect. I don't have the pups up about Gunther being the world champion again. Just like I said earlier on, before in this video, I believe that Gunther was a little bit lost without the belt around his waist. And I'm just going to say this right now. I believe that Jey Uso is that over with the whole world that I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. He really doesn't need a belt on his waist. It was so good to see the belt on his waist. It was fantastic to see this workhorse of a man defend the title week in, week out. It was fantastic to see the yeet movement week in, week out, bringing the young kids into it. Jey Uso, mate, you are a superstar. An absolute superstar. I'm going to say this right now, guys. He'd be the fourth superstar that WWE have got right now. I believe he would be something like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and then Jey Uso. Not in that order. I'm going to mix that order up a little bit too. Guys, absolutely incredible match. Now, here's my question to you guys. What's next for Jey Uso? I don't want him to go up against Gunther again. I just don't want to see that. I've already seen it. I want someone different to go up against Gunther. I'm going to throw two names out there who I want to see go up against Gunther straight away. Do I think that they're going to happen positively? No, I do not. Do I want to see a quick once-off match? Maybe a two matches to go against them? Yes, I do. The two names that I'm going to throw out there right now that I want to see Gunther to go up against, the first one is Goldberg, which I think they did tease us with a couple of months ago. The second one, Brock Lesnar. I so want to see that match. It's not even funny. I want to see it on a big stage. I want to see it put together well. I want Brock Lesnar to beat the absolute crap out of him. I want Gunther to powerbomb Brock Lesnar. I want all of that type of stuff. I cannot wait, guys. But my main question is, what's next for Jey Uso? Jey, you don't need to run after the title again, mate. I think back off that little bit. I'd love to see you later on down the track maybe go for the Undisputed towards the end of the year, maybe even go up against Cena and call Cena out for it, because I think that would be fantastic too. But what's next for Jey Uso is basically the possibilities are endless. He was just in a match at Money in the Bank versus John Cena and Logan Paul, and then his tag team partner was Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso at the after show again. Just so funny, putting things together. This is absolutely great. I liked this show of Raw that they put together. Once again, a good mix of video packages, a good mix of backstage segments. Some of them weren't really needed. And then a good mix of in-ring work. And the in-ring work was absolutely crazy, absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. Couldn't say absolutely anymore. I absolutely loved it, guys. It was good. Everything put together so well. All right, guys, I am getting a bit hoarse right now. I apologize if I don't have as much energy as I really do. I have been sick the last couple of days, but I cannot miss out doing these things because I really do enjoy them. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for listening if you are. If you haven't done so already, please follow us on WrestleChats. Look us up on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you tell your family. Make sure you tell your work friends at work that are into wrestling. Hey, guys, you guys are into wrestling. I know these two crazy guys from South Australia. They wouldn't mind getting recognised. Get onto WrestleChats. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. If you do agree with me on some of these things, guys, or if you do disagree, make sure you put a comment in down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd excuse me, I now need to go off and get some medicine in me. Thank you very much, guys. Bye for now. Peace.